Like this divide.
Hello, Josie here. Are you ready for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And are you sure? Okay, here we go. I'm going to share with you something that occurred recently, actually. And it uncovered some truths that are unfolding right now and are going to affect individuals in the future. Something you need to understand is that you'll have individuals, siblings, and or parents that will want a certain direction for your life to go in for their benefit. Now, they have justified it as being necessary, but that's not necessarily the truth. That's not necessarily the truth. They may justify it as being necessary, but that's not necessarily true. A lot of it has to do with selfish reasons as to why they decide to negatively affect their child's course of direction in life. That could be a career, a job, a relationship even. Yeah, these parents will interject themselves into your relationship, into your marriages. So, for instance, they say a mother knows their children, mother knows their son. Well, if a mother knows that their son is persuaded by certain things, whether it be money, or whether it be status, power, whether it be sex, she will engage in certain behaviors and or pay people to come into her son's life to negatively affect their livelihood and affect their behaviors as well too. So, for instance, if a son's mother doesn't like the girlfriend they're dating or who they're married to, they will interject themselves into their relationship. Now, how will they do that? Well, they might send somebody in to be lustful and engage in certain flirtatious behavior with their son to persuade them into a lustful relationship or an extramarital affair, or to remove the old girlfriend, the other girlfriend, out of the picture and interject herself into the picture. Now, this could be a temporary thing. And then the mother will guide who they want to be in their child's life towards them. Fathers, I'm going to give you another example. Fathers, same thing goes for their daughters. They'll do the same thing for their daughters. It's usually the mothers deal with the sons, the fathers deal with the daughters. But it could also interchange as well too. Now, the other thing about that too is for a father. Let's say with the son, let's say that they want their son to go in a certain career direction. They don't want their son to be in a certain field, or they want them to follow in the family, in their father, in their footsteps. They will sabotage their son's career and or their job to force them to have to go in a different direction. Ask me how I know. Now, it doesn't always necessarily mean that they want their child to go in a direction that follows what they have done. It could be that that father wants their child to basically fail in life and have to come back home, or have to come back to them to ask them for help or ask them for assistance or a place to stay. So they will sabotage their child's career or their child's job so that they have some kind of control over that child. It's an ego trip. You also have a father that will do that to their son so that they will take over the family business or something of that nature, right? I had a situation, not a situation personally, but someone that I did business with. It was a guitar technician. he had his own business in this area of Houston, in the Houston area, and he wanted to retire, and he was ready to retire, so to speak. He had the business for a lot of years. His son was in a different area of interest of his, working in a different field, a different position, not related to guitar. The son had engaged in the business with the father for a while, maybe a couple of years or a few years, but he didn't want to go that route. He wanted to go a different route. Well, this guitar technician informed me that his son had been fired from their position and that they were moving back to a certain area of town where I resided in. This was done and or pushed by this person's father. He insinuated everything for the son to be fired or terminated so that they would have to go back to the family business, which is what the father wanted, because he wanted the family business to continue. That's what he wanted. This father tried to sell the business, but nobody was interested in buying the business for various reasons. So this father saw it as, okay, I need to get my son involved in my business. How can I go about doing it to where it benefits me? There we go. So now the son is back in the business with the father, working alongside each other together, and that guy is going to be passing away very soon. They're going to be passing away very soon. Because not only did this guy manipulate me and help my father to attack me and to affect my life and my career, but he attacked other people as well too. And it was not the first time that this guy has affected my life in a negative manner. He did it years prior when I was in junior high and high school. And he thought I did not know. He thought I was not aware. But he teamed up with my mother, to come at me years ago. And then he teamed up with my father to come at me recently, to destroy and or help in destroying or altering my life and setting back my career, as well as benefiting his business. See, people don't know who they're messing with until they mess with them, and then they have to deal with the consequences. It's your life. It's a song. It's your life. Don't you forget. People want to live your life, or they want to control your life to go in the direction that they want it to go in, not necessarily for your benefit, but for theirs, for their gain, for their benefit, for their glory, so to speak. And you're living a life that you're not happy, or you don't want to live it, or you're with someone that you don't want to be with. You had to break up with someone that you didn't want to break up with, or that relationship went sour, and more than likely it was because of someone in your life, your parent, or a sibling, or a combination. And they can use other people that you do not know, paying them, offering them certain things for them to interject themselves into your life to negatively affect the course of your life in the direction that you're going in, whether it be friendship, relationship, marriages, business, job, career, even where you live.